Hey everyone, and welcome back to yet another video. And for this video I'm going to share a strong team over here in the color cup, which is going to be a ABB team style once again with Empoleon double grass. So Empoleon is a very strong pick in this meta, which I feel, although it is ranked fairly low, it's I think it's below 150, 175, something like that. But with that also, it can really put a hard wall to Toxapex over here because of the typing of water and steel, which is great, and it can even threat Trevenant in the meta with Drill Peck also. So I think it's a really good pick, but since it's part water and steel, it needs coverage against electric and ground, something like a Zapdos or maybe a Galvantula or maybe Swampert also. To which I will be pairing this team up with a double grass, which is going to be Trevenant as a pivot and Jumpluff in the closure over here, which might lure out a potential fire, poison type or ice type with the Trevenant to lure out, and then my Jumpluff can go on a run, being bulky and hard hitting moves can sweep in the end game. So this is the thought process that I had while building this team up. And without further more delay, let's quickly jump into the first battle and taking up a lead against Litleo over here. So this is good that now the safe swaps into their own Ferrothorn over here, and for Ferrothorn I do have a really hard answer, which is going to be my Trevenant. So they'll be going for resisted power whips over here because they cannot throw anything else if they are not running flash cannon. That is the reason I'll be going for the next Shadow Ball over here, doing massive neutral damage over in this scenario, and I can let this next charge move go through once again. So they will be going for Power Whip once more, and I can now farm down with Shadow Claws, getting a better ahead on energy, and whatever they comes back in with, I believe they will be going back in with their Litleo once again. I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb to get a bit of resisted chip damage, which will be helpful for me also. So now I can easily come back with my Empoleon once again, and they comes back with their own grass typing in the back, which is going to be a Tropius. So Tropius will not appreciate this Drill Peck. That is the reason I mentioned Empoleon is so good in this meta, and I get the shield from that Drill Peck as well, which is really good, and I can eventually come back with my Jumpluff, load up on energy, and I can easily let this back-to-back aerial aces go through, to which I'll be going for the next acrobatics over here, which is the community day move, which does draw out the final shield from my opponent's end. And since I'm having 2-0 shield advantage, I can easily shield up this next aerial ace or leaf blade. So they went for a bait right now, and now I can easily go for one more acrobatics once again. So acrobatics will be landing this time, doing massive super destructive damage, but it will not be enough to get the knockout, and actually they can get the farm down with Fire Fang onto my Jumpluff. But now I can eventually come back with my Empoleon and load up on energy. So this is going to be the first crunch, which I'll be letting this go through, and fortunately I did not get the debuff, to which I can get the farm down onto this Litleo and have got a loaded Drill Pick for the incoming very low Tropius. That will just be enough to get the knockout for this Tropius once again, and getting the win for the first battle. GG's. Quickly moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Azumarill. So this is good, but if they are running Hydro Pump instead of Play Rough and Ice Beam, this will be a bit difficult. To which now I'll be going for this neutral Drill Peck over here, which does land in this scenario, and I can eventually let this first move go through to check what it is. So they are actually running Hydro Pump along with Ice Beam that can core break my whole team if I cannot maintain enough energy or maybe shield advantage, to which I'll be going for the next Drill Peck over here, and I can now try to farm down, but not before I invest my first shield to it, and it ends up being a Hydro Pump once again, which is fine, but I am shield down right now, and I have to lure out something in the back that can threat my grass. And the finally comes back with their own Zapdos, which is really scary because they can farm me down with Thunder Shock, but not before I can go for one Drill Peck, which will not land, which will get shielded by this Zapdos, and I can eventually come back with my own Trevenant over here and look to go for the first Seed Bomb, but not before they could throw the Drill Peck. So Drill Peck will be getting my final shield, and I'll be going for the next resisted Seed Bomb, which puts this Zapdos really low, and I have no shields remaining right now. So Drill Peck will just obliterate me right now, and I can easily come back with my Jumpluff to get ahead on energy. And let's see what the final Pokemon they have access to is going to be Jumpluff, which is a shiny flex over here, which is really good and cool. But since I'm down a shield but I'm up energy, I'm not sure if this is going to work out or not. So I can tank one acrobatics over here, which is fine, but since they're running acrobatics, it's kind of tough for me. So I'll be now going for the next energy ball that will definitely draw out the final shield, but let's see if I can outpace them to the next energy ball, which I could not, and they will be going for the next acrobatics, which will just knock my Jumpluff out of the game, giving them the win for the second battle. So GG's. Moving on to the third battle, I pick up a lead against Toxapex over here. This is really cool because I totally hardwall the Toxapex over here, and this time while playing the match I was not actually concentrating on it, to which I'll be going for the resisted Hydro Cannon, which is not good. So if you're stuck in this matchup, do every time go for a neutral Drill Peck over here and not Hydro Cannon, to which now they went for the resisted Sludge Wave once again. So I can handle this Sludge Wave, 2 or 3 Sludge Waves from this Toxapex, and I can eventually come back. I can eventually go for the next Drill Peck, load up on energy, and since nothing from this kind of range will threat my Empoleon over here, and they went for a Sludge Wave, that is the reason I'll be quickly coming back with my own Trevenant over here and look to load up on energy. And I really do switch out into my Trevenant. That's really good because I pull out a Pelipper, which is going to be really scary for my pack line of Jumpluff, which is not great, to which I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb over here, getting the first shield and the second one landing over here. So they can go for one Wither Ball and get the farm down, which is cool, but I'm not sure what they're having in the back. So they have got Toxapex in the back, in the front, Pelipper is a safe swap, and might be one more water type in the back once again, might be a water or might be a grass as well. To which I'll be letting this next move go through, which I call it, and it ends up being a Hurricane, which is not really good for me. But since I'm having double shield right now, I should have shielded that, which I was not expecting, and they comes back with their with their Toxapex, get one Poison Jab through, and I can easily go for one Hydro Cannon, as they have revealed the final Pokemon is going to be their Whiscash. So Hydro Cannon does draw out the final shield from my opponent's end, and now I can easily come back with my very low Jumpluff. And since this mud shots are triple resisted right now, I can easily go for the next Energy Ball, which will be an overkill for this Whiscash, and get the win for this battle here as well. That's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. Moving into the next matchup, I pick up a terrible lead right now with Venusaur. I'll be quickly safe swapping into my own Trevenant, and I'll be looking to throw on alignment this time so that they cannot sneak in extra fast move of Incinerate in. So I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb, to which I draw out the first shield, which is really good, and now I can go for double shield right now, because I'll be shielding up this next Flame Charge, and eventually before they could reach to the next Flame Charge once again, I can go for the next Shadow Ball, which does get out the put the KO to this Talonflame over here, and they cannot farm me down with this Venusaur right now. So Trevenant putting a lot of work, getting the first shield and getting me switch right now, and I can easily come back with my Jumpluff, load up on energy, and try to lock this Venusaur down with this acrobatics over here. So I can take one Sludge Bomb. It's a Jumpluff, which is very tanky, and now I can load up on extra energy right now, and I'll be going for the next acrobatic. So no baits this time, because if they call the bait, which they put up the shield once again, if they call the bait, I'll be in a really troublesome situation, to which I'll be going for the shield the next time once again, and I have to look out for a potential catch this time, which I was anticipating. And the final Pokemon they have access to is going to be Toxapex of their own, to which I have aligned my Empoleon, which is going to be a really hard wall right now, and I'll be going for these drill pecks over and over again. So going to build up back-to-back drill pecks over here, and they can always go for this resisted brines. But since Empoleon is kind of squishier in the Great League edition, it's going to be not a very comfortable match, but it's going to be close and winnable as well. To which now I can easily go for this back-to-back drill pecks right now, which I am happy with. So, but since the switch clock is again back up, I thought they would be trying to catch a move, which they tried to did. But I was holding on to the energy, and I can easily go for one acrobatics, just knocking out the Venusaur from this game, and I could potentially even reach to the next energy ball in the forthcoming very low Toxapex, getting the win for the second last battle here as well. So GG's to my opponent, really well played, and this team is putting so much effort, it's so good. So moving on to the final battle, I pick up a lead against Kingdra, which is really good because I'll be resisting this Dragon Breaths and Octazooka and Outreach. But again, I have to look out for that Outreach, which will put massive damage onto this Empoleon, as it is quite on the squishier side for GL, for Great League. So I'll be opting to shield because they went for 21 Dragon Breaths right now, which is enough for the Outreach, and I will be shielding up the next Octazooka, which is very unfortunate. But now I'll be going for the next Drill Peck, to which I do get the shield, which is really good, and I can easily come back with my own Trevenant right now and look to go ahead on energy onto this incoming Talonflame. So Talonflame will not appreciate this Shadow Ball coming in, to which they put up their final shield, to which I can easily reach to the next Shadow Ball, winning this EMP and also getting the knockout for this Talonflame, which they recognize their fate and top lives the game over here, which is really impressive from this team. So this team which I made for you guys is having a win rate of 80% for me. So I put it for 3 sets, and I went up 12-3 on this run, which is really good for this team. So if you are using this team, do let me know how it is working out for you. And that will be all for this video. See you again in the next one. Till then, peace.